Welcome to How to Use Libby. I am going to show you Libby on a phone screen, but if you're going to do it online on libbyapp.com, the format is almost exactly the same, which is really helpful. So this is Libby, which is great for ebooks and audiobooks, as well as some magazines and periodicals, which is super exciting. So go ahead, if you don't already have it downloaded, get that downloaded on your phone. All you need is your library card. Alrighty, so as you can see, this is my phone, and that's what the icon looks like. Go ahead and open that up. So we're going to go with, yes, I have a library card. So go ahead and click that, and we're going to do search for a library. I find it the easiest to type in the zip code because the name gives you a whole bunch of suggestions that are not us, but do as you will. So go ahead and type in your zip code, and that says C.W. Mars Listed Library. And again, we're signing in with the library card. And we are C.W. Mars patrons as a C.W. Mars library. You're going to go ahead and type in your barcode number. That's the whole number, no spaces. And your PIN, which should be the last 4 digits of the phone number you gave us when you signed up. As you can see, I made a typo. And that's the screen it gives you. Go ahead and try again one more time. If it persists, give us a call. We can always help you reset that PIN. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and rename that card Lester because I will show you how to add cards in the future so as to not make it confusing. So there we go. Let's do that and let's get into it. So this is what the homepage looks like. They put together a whole bunch of wonderful subject guides for you, different genres and subjects for you to browse through, especially if you don't have a title in mind. So it's really exciting. These are books in other languages, which is pretty cool. Click on teens if you like YA. This is all the YA books, which is really awesome. This is how I like to browse. If I don't have a specific title in mind, I like to search up mysteries or romance or whatever you're into, which is really exciting. So those books right there have little earbuds under them, and it says 17 hours. That means it's an audio book. The ebooks don't have anything underneath them, and it won't say it by hours. I'm going to go ahead and click on one. So as you can see, it says place hold instead of borrow. We're going to go ahead and place a hold on that. I'll show you that later too, as well, a little more in depth. So you hit place hold because there's only a certain amount of copies available per person or per library. And we're going to go back over here. I'm going to go ahead and borrow an ebook as well. So this one says borrow instead of place hold. So go ahead and borrow it. There's 14 days. You can change that as well, I believe, but I did not. I'm going to go ahead and click read with. So you can read with either Kindle or Libby. If you're going to read with Kindle, it'll walk you through the steps. You have to sign in with your Amazon account. So I'm going to read on Libby just to make it easy. Go ahead and open it up. So it looks like a typical book, all the text. You just click through with your fingers, which is awesome. So that's the chapters. Those are clickable. So if you leave off somewhere else, you can click on the chapter. So, if you borrow a book on Libby and have to return it and then borrow it back, it does pick up at the same spot for ebooks and audiobooks, which is awesome. So if you click on the bottom, it also pulls up, you can scroll through. I click on bookmarks and highlights a couple times. I think I was thinking it was something else. If you click on the text, you can make the text quite large. It gets larger on Kindle, so if you have trouble reading, keep that in mind. You can make it small. You can change the text. You can change it to the background color to rest your eyes, so sepia is supposed to be better for you. You can also change the font, and it does have a new update where it has a font that's supposed to be great for people with dyslexia, which is really cool. Kindle also has that feature too. I just found out. I was scrolling through it the other day to see. So back to that main screen. I'm going to go ahead back to C.W. Mars. I'm going to borrow an audiobook to show you guys the same thing. So again, it says borrow. Go ahead and click borrow. We're going to click right on the audiobook to open it up. I prefer audiobooks on here to go ahead. And you can click on the bottom. It pulls up all those chapters. So if you want to skip through, I like to hybrid style it. So sometimes I have to skip chapters. And you can skip forward, you can skip backwards, find where you are. You can change the narrator speed. Carissa here likes to listen to it the fastest, which I think they sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks, but what do I know? Again, you can bookmark it and highlight it. You can also set a sleep timer, which is really exciting. So if you fall asleep to it, you don't miss your 8 hours. And then back to that beginning. We'll go back to C.W. Mars. I can show you how to search a book. So Kristen Hanna was the first author that popped into my head. So I'm going to go ahead and type her right into the search. I spelled Kristen wrong because it's not E-N, it's I-N. So go ahead and fix that. And so these are all the Kristen Hanna books. And if you notice, they all say place hold and not borrow, meaning the first ones, the most popular ones that come up in your search, are the most popular for a reason. They're all checked out. But I'll show you how to limit it. So that's books. If you click just books, it'll show you anything that's an ebook. Same with audio. This is all audiobooks, only listening. Remove that filter. You can also filter it by available now. So if you don't want to see what's not available, this gets that away, which I like. So if you're browsing for a book right this instant, get rid of all the ones so you don't get attached to anything that has a 6-month wait. So all of these are available this instant. And then back to CW Mars, and this is your shelf. It's got a timeline. You can see what you've borrowed. There's a tag section as well. These are your holds, so you can see how long. If you click on it, it shows you how many copies per how many people, which is kind of nice if you do the math. It feels long, but then it goes by fairly quick. And we're going to go ahead and return early. So when you're done with your audiobook or your ebook, you should return it on Libby so it moves on to the next person. Although it does automatically return itself if you forget, which is nice. So there's no late fees or fines or anything. It just disappears from your device. All right, so I will go ahead and also show you how to add a library. So you type in, there's different consortiums in Massachusetts. I'll show you how to add Boston, Minuteman, sales, because then it broadens what's available for you to borrow, and it also can shorten the wait time, which is really awesome. So you sign back in as a CW Mars patron, so you can go ahead and type in your CW Mars number and your PIN again. Type in that PIN again. You're signing in as a CW Mars patron. It is named Boston already, so I'm going to leave that. And again, they put together guides too. Boston has this awesome thing called Lucky Day. So really popular titles sometimes will come available for one day. So if you ever see one that you want, snag it up. I love that feature, to be honest. I'm always using those. And again, they've got some other guides. So non-human viewpoints, LGBTQ guides. This is from June, so a couple months late, but that's okay. I just love the guides. All right, and let's go ahead. So if we go to our holds, you can see it now offers us to see both with the CW Mars and the Boston one. These are bad examples though, because both of them are ridiculously long waits. Though you can see the copy differences between both CW Mars and Boston, because again, each library buys a different amount and a different title. So let's go ahead and search James Patterson, because he's super popular. So as you can see, a lot of these are just readily available. This one has a hold. The wait time is about the same. But all of these are available. All of these are available right now for you to borrow. As you can see, that little blue and dark blue means Boston, so it's not available on CW Mars is what it's telling you. Or because we're on Boston. So you can see the different times. So when do we add Minuteman too and see if that makes the wait time a little different. So Minuteman, go ahead again, you sign in as a CW Mars patron. The consortiums let us sign in as a CW Mars consortium. We overlap and share, which is really awesome because it really broadens what is available to us as ebook readers. PIN, let's get that to wait. And here's that beautiful card. This one is purple. You can change the colors too if they ever get too close. I've never done it, but I know you can. I'm going to change it to Minuteman so it says what it is. And save it, and again, different guides. So you can see now I've got 3 different ones. Again, they're all really similar, which is really bad examples on my part. But it shows you the different wait times. So sometimes it's a really long wait time on Minuteman or sales, but it's available in Boston. So I always check. The new update has also it will just show you which library is the shortest time or available now, which you used to have to skip to each library individually. So it makes it a lot easier if you have all the library consortiums added. So if you go ahead and click in this one. So this is a great example. So this one's not even available in Minuteman. It says no copies, but there was only a small wait in Boston. So all in all, Libby is a great resource and a great way to use it for ebooks and audiobooks. It's the best. You don't have to take discs out of the car and move them from one place to another. It always saves your place. And I mentioned this earlier, but if you do run out of time and have to reborrow it, it picks up where you were. You don't have to worry about it, about finding the spot again. It's great in the car. It's great at home. We all love Libby here. So if you ever have any issues with it or you have any more questions, please feel free to call the library or stop in. Multiple of us here use it on a regular basis, and we are always happy to talk about Libby. I can tell you that right now. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great one.